that will actually take people here.
Good morning to the Zoomers and good morning to all of you here today in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm Amy Lindberg and this is Laura Bancroft. Laura's the one that's been sending the nice posts on Facebook so that you can keep up with the meetings and things in between. And Barbara, please wave, is managing our constant contact email roster and notification via these beautiful flyers and bulletins. If you have not been receiving those, please sign in on the pink sheet with your email address so that we can make sure that you are included in those news blasts. Today, we're going to talk to some specialists here on pain management with the NexWave. There you are.
Yes.
And I'm going to let Laura have a minute.
Sure. All right. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it on a gorgeous Saturday morning. You got a little bit of candy in front of you. Omar is here to give a presentation on NexWave. He's going to tell you all about it. Don't ask me about it. If you have questions for Omar and want to raise your hands, I can bring a microphone around so that the people on Zoom can hear you and so that people in the room can hear you. Just raise your hand and I'll try to keep an eye out for you with the microphone. Omar, take it away.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for letting me come in today. I really appreciate it. My name is Omar Motadi. I am with Zynex Medical. I am the local rep in the Wilmington area. I work with most of the pain management doctors in Wilmington and most of the physical therapy offices in Wilmington as well. What I have for you today is something really a great device that really gets a lot of people out of pain in a non-invasive, non-addictive way. So is anybody in here familiar with a TENS unit? Is anybody familiar with a TENS unit? Great, amazing. So for people who are not familiar with a TENS unit is just a common type of electrotherapy. Zynex Medical is a non-invasive, non-addictive medical device company. We're a US-based company in Denver, Inglewood, Colorado, and we specialize in electrotherapy, specifically prescription strength electrotherapy. So my best analogy, a TENS is kind of like that normal electrotherapy you can buy on Amazon. Anybody can go get a TENS machine. This has to be prescribed by a physical therapist or a physician. So it's prescription strength. My best analogy I can come up with is it's kind of like comparing an Advil, which is a TENS, to an opioid, which is this device. Yes, so it really does help with pain. So this is the device right here. There's 3 modalities on the one device. We have that IFC modality, which is going to be that prescription strength. It is 40 times stronger than any TENS, which is TENS is the common kind of electrotherapy. It is going deep into your muscles, releasing natural endorphins in the body. It's phenomenal for sleep. It's going to give you about 4 to 6 hours of pain relief from, let's say, a 30-minute session. And it's going to, if you are having trouble sleeping from the amount of pain you're in, those are endorphins getting released, it puts you right to bed. It really is great. You can use this anywhere. You could walk around with this. You can really do anything with it. I would love to have some volunteers. If anybody's willing, if anybody's in pain today, I would love to put my device on you and show you how beneficial the device could be. So anybody I could go and I handed out the electrode. Great. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put it on you. And that's really going to be a big thing about the device is when I put it on people, their faces drop immediately. And they're like, oh, okay, this is the real deal. This really does help manage my pain. As well as the modalities on the device. Let's see here. So there's nine pre-programmed modes on the device. There's 3 modalities on the device. Electrotherapy defined, and I'm really just going to use this as a reference and speak. So here are the 3 modalities. This IFC modality is going to be that prescription strength version. We have our TENS, which is going to be the normal electrotherapy. It's going to be for comfort. This is for pain management, prescription strength pain relief. TENS is going to be for comfort and neuromuscular electrical stimulation. The NMES modality is specifically for rebuilding and retraining that muscle. And it could really help with the Parkinson's, so with the tremors. Yes. Great. So it is a 3-in-1 prescription device. It's not just for pain management. It's for pain management as well as rebuilding and retraining that muscle in a non-invasive, non-addictive way. Yes. Awesome, guys. So kind of like I said, the IFC is 40 times stronger than any TENS. It's going to go deep into your muscles. There's no side effects to this device. Anybody can use this device. I myself have really sensitive skin. I use it all the time. I never have a problem with it. My mom, she uses it all night long. She has a herniated disc in her back and it really helps her. Just to emphasize, anybody could use this thing. There's no side effects or contraindications for the device at all. But yes. So let's put it on our first patient. Perfect. Great. So where are you in pain? I was going to say, you can sit and I can come to you and throw it on you right here. Yeah. Amazing. I thought it was attached. Awesome. Thank you, guys. So these are going to be electrodes. There's normal electrodes you can buy on Amazon, or you can get them directly through me. You could just call me and I could just bring you electrodes. This is exactly how the electrodes look like. On your marketing material, if you see the electrode placement, do you see the IFC and the TENS on that electrode placement I handed you guys? So when you are looking at the comparison between IFC and TENS, that IFC is crisscrossing. We want the pain to be directly in the middle. So let's say I have pain right here. I have pain right here on my arm. We want to cross the red electrode directly through the muscle with the other red electrode. And we want to cross the black electrode directly through the muscle with the other black electrode. We want the pain to be directly in the middle. So if the pain is right here, we cross red through the muscle with red. If the pain and still pain in the middle, we cross black and black. Like a crisscross, we want the treasures right in the middle. That's where the pain is at every time. For TENS, goes directly on the pain. No crisscross. TENS is for comfort, not for the pain management, the pain relief. But great, let's do this thing. So it is a very easy device to set up. You just plug it in and get going. So I'm going to put the mic down for one moment So these are, just to explain to you how to put it on, these are just the lead wires. You plug it directly into the device right here. It's a very user-friendly device. And as well as it's mobile. So you can get pain relief going to go eat at your favorite restaurant with the family. You could have it on your back the whole time, going to the park with your family, whatever you're doing. So I just plugged it directly in to the device. There's only one side to plug in. Doesn't matter which way you do it. And these are the electrodes right here. And you are just plugging it directly into the electrodes. There's no certain way you have to do it. There's no negatives or positives. Just plug it right in. Perfect. And I just wanted to ask you, do you happen to have any metal in your leg or anything? Great. Because that's yes.
You do. How does that affect? Can you use it or not?
Yes, you can use the device. It's only going to be with a specific type of it's rods. You could use it, but if it's on your back, if you have an electrostimulation or a pacemaker inside of you, then you cannot use the device.
Okay, but you've got titanium rods.
You can use. You're fine. Yep, okay. I have patients with titanium rods use the device all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
Of course. So perfect. So where are you in pain?
Lower back.
Lower back? Perfect. So I may have to, if you want to stand up and turn around now, I'm going to put, it goes directly on the skin. So it can't go outside of your body, like on your shirt or something. Perfect. I'm excited. Yes. Want me to lift up your shirt? That's perfect. So when you continue exactly where it's hurting on your back. Right there. Perfect. So I'm finding the spot of exactly where he's hurting. You say right there? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Take me one moment to put these on. I'm getting the red electrode right here. And I want to put the red electrode right there. Is that going to be possible? Put it right there? Sure. Okay, great. I'm crossing the red and red, and I am crossing the black and black. Choose on your clothes. Perfecto. Now I'm just patting them down, make sure it's all good. All right, awesome. And you can just take a seat and relax, and I'm going to let you go. No, it's directly on your skin. You're good to go. All I would say is before you take it off, you want to turn it off because if you take it off, it'll shock your hand. Not bad, but. So you are on IFC right now, prescription strength. So all you have to do is turn up the channel. And you can keep turning it up here where it's just 3. You're on 4 right now. You're on 5. What should I put it on? I would try, normally people put it on like 20 on their back because it's on your back, but definitely gradually go up. You don't have to, I don't want you to be uncomfortable in any way. You're on 18 right now. Amazing. So I'll be coming back and forth checking on you. And I want to tell you a little more about the device as well, so you can play with it. So IFC, like I said, is going to be that prescription strength, hence is going to be for comfort. Yes. I'm so sorry. So this is our 10s. IFC versus the 10s, which I really just told you. It's going to be the prescription version. It's going to be an opioid compared to an Advil. That's what it is. So the NMES modality is great for neuropathy, arthritis. If you have back spasms, it's great for reducing those back spasms as well. Yes. Yes, and this is just the NMES, neuromuscular electrical stimulation. So here is the NexWave device. And okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to get to. So right here, we have the 2 channels on the NexWave device. They're for IFC right here, which is prescription strength. They both work the same way. So he can turn up both channels and everything on the device goes up. Yes. So we have a timer right here. Again, you could use this device as much as you want, but if you do want to have sessions with the device, you want to put it on for 30 minutes, you could click that clock on the device and it's going to go to multiple different treatment times. So it goes up to 100 minutes. And again, you could use it as much as you want. We have every 30 seconds, the device will lock. So once it locks, because you don't want it firing off in your pocket when you're walking around. So it's going to lock. Do you see the unlock button there? You just click the unlock button there to unlock it. Yes. On and off button, channels, great. So it's very simple to use. All right. So IFC. Right now, do you mind if I can get your name as well, sir?
John.
John, perfect, John. Thank you so much. So John right now is using the IFC modality. He is using the low high. So there's 3 modes within each modality. So like I said, there's 3 of them. IFC, prescription strength, low, high, low, and combination. So it is all preference to how you feel. Low high is going to, the electrical stimulation is going to be like this, a little wavy, jumping around a little bit. The low is going to be a constant electrode. So, and if you want to change it, you just click IFC. If you want to change it and test out the other ones. But low is going to be like this. Combination is going to be jumping around on the electrodes. So that's when it says 9 pre-programmed modes. Within each modality, there's 3 modes. Tens, swap. There's going to be the 3 modes for the tens as well. The NMES, it's going to be a time off, time on with the flexing, because with the NMES, the one that's going to help with Parkinson's disease, the one that's going to help with the tremors, that's retraining and retraining and redoing that muscle for you, it's going to be moving your arm by itself. So you're not going to be moving, the device is going to be moving your arm back and forth. Yes. Blacklight display, just going over how user-friendly the device is. The timer, like I said, you could use this for sessions as well. The unlock button, like I said, every 30 seconds, the device will lock. Okay, perfect. So this device is so strong that it's batteries in the device. So it is a normal 9-volt battery that you can go get anywhere. So the thing that I would say is when you are mobile, when you are going out to the grocery market, whatever you're doing, you want to have the battery inside. It's so strong, the device, that the battery will die pretty quickly. So what you want to do is take the battery out. It's just, you pop it right off the back, like a remote control on a TV remote. And you want to take the battery out and you want to plug it directly into the wall. It's not chargeable. It's just a plug-in for the wall. So once the battery's out, you plug it into the wall. You could do stationary use. For your TV at home, you don't need to use the battery. Yes, great. So besides, okay, here it is, great. The timer, like I said, great. Great. So these are going to be the electrodes, awesome. Which we mentioned already. Okay, so this is where I wanted to get in just some of the electrode placements. This device, besides it helping with the rebuilding that muscle and retraining that muscle for Parkinson's, it's going to give you about 4 to 6 hours of pain relief. It can go in a lot of places, like in the electrode marketing material I gave you. I myself use it on my back. I have plantar fasciitis with my foot. It really reduces my swelling and it really helps. It's the only thing that helps out. My plantar fasciitis is when you're flat-footed. My feet get really swollen. And I'm just telling you that the reducing the swelling aspect of it, it's the only thing I've ever used to where, besides Advil, that's helped me reduce the swelling in my feet. Yes, but you could use it in a lot of different places. It's not, this is really to make your pain durable. So you can go out, it's not going to cure your pain. Let's say your pain is out of 10, is at an 8. This device has the ability to bring that pain down to a 3. Yes, and make it durable. Yes.
Say that you have to press the.
So right now, he's using it right now. So it's only if you want to change the mode. So it's using it, it's locked right now, but it's still going on. It doesn't turn off. It's just if you want to go higher, if you want to bump it up a little bit, bump up the device. How are you feeling right now? If you want to tell people how you're feeling, or you want to tell them?
Brings me better.
Really? Amazing. That's amazing. And who's familiar? Like I asked a question earlier, who has a TENS in here that they've used themselves? Would anybody with a TENS unit that they've used themselves like to put on my device here? Amazing. Because when I do that with people who have used electrotherapy, a TENS unit is pins and needles.
That was my question.
Yes, the question was, I'm sorry, the question was, is TENS, is it really just going to be what is the difference? Is it going to be just the surface level? Is it going to be, as deep as TENS? What's really the difference there? Is the TENS is going to be not as deep. It's really going to be for comfort. And it's really going to be, a lot of patients tell me it feels like pins and needles when they turn up a TENS unit. This is a massage. You are literally getting a massage that helps you. It really does release natural endorphins in your body. I go to all the clinics in Wilmington and get them lunch and try to show providers my device, how much I could benefit their patients. And after they eat lunch, I put the device on all the providers and everyone's ready to take a nap right after they ate. So, okay. But yes, I'd love to put the device on you as well. And I have a few devices, so I can put them on. If anybody else wants to try it, I can put it on you as well. So this is only going to be a prescription strength product. So it has to be prescribed. Like I said, I handed around my prescription pad. It's a prescription paper with the RX on it, where it says a medical necessity on there. Basically, a physical therapist can prescribe this, or a physician can prescribe this. When they do, right, so it goes directly to insurance. Everything with the NexWave goes directly to your insurance. So the maximum out-of-pocket fee the maximum out-of-pocket fee anybody would pay to get this device is going to be $250. No matter what, it goes directly through insurance. If you're self-pay, you have no insurance, the maximum out-of-pocket fee is $250. But the great thing about Zynex, and what is so cool about Zynex, is that they actually allow you to do a rent to buy situation, to where you're speaking with Zynex and you can try this device out for $25 a month or 10 months, then you own this device. So you can actually give this to your doctor and say, hey, I want to give this a shot. If you don't like it, you can return it at any time. So if you if you don't think it's helping you get out of pain or helping you with the tremors with Parkinson's, then you could return it at any time. So 1 month, it's $25. For 2 months, it's $50. And for 3 months, it's $75. And it goes all the way up to 10 months. Then you own it. It's yours. But yes.
Really?
And it's brand new. Yeah, we're gonna do one on stand. No, that's just one.
So insurance-wise, we work with every single type of insurance. We are in direct network with Blue Cross Blue Shield, as well as Blue Cross Blue Shield Federal. So it is great coverage with those two insurances. All commercial insurances we have great coverage with. If you have TRICARE, it's pretty much going to get covered, as well as Medicare Advantage plans are great too. So commercial insurances. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't, if it doesn't get covered, you could just return the device. So you actually can try it and see if it's going to help or not. And honestly, it really is a thing that you'd need to give it a shot, because I've walked into a lot of places where the provider's they're just not 100% sure, if they would, if patients would benefit from it. And then they give me one patient to try it out. and the patient goes back and tells them how much they're loving it and how much pain they're getting out of it. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. How can I help you? Yes, definitely. She said if it helps fibromyalgia, and she said it definitely does, which is 100% true. It does. Yes. Yes. So I mean, I actually have never had that question before, but by the way you're explaining it, it definitely seems like it would help, because essentially this device is bringing that good blood flow to that area. So if you are having that with your feet, it's removing the bad blood and bringing the good blood to that area. Yes. Yeah. Yes. So patients with neuropathy, they use this device all the time. It really does help with neuropathy. Yes. And that's going to be specifically to the IFC and the TENS is really going to help with neuropathy. Yes, of course. Okay, let's do this thing.
Let's do this. Probably red. So, yeah.
And as well as, so with the electrode placement, if you, oh yeah,
Wave
yes.
is much smoother than TENS, much less prickly. So with a TENS unit, and I've used it, it's been placed on me after surgeries, and it does a nice job of getting your brain off of feeling the pain. Because it's just, your brain is thinking about something else. But this is a much smoother, deeper than the TENS. Whereas a TENS, you feel it more on the surface. So this is definitely different than TENS. And I'm on the IFC. Now, I'm not on the TENS, but I don't want to be on the TENS right now. But I can feel it doing something, but I'm not feeling like what I feel with the TENS, which is almost kind of more invasive. You know, the muscles will twitch on a TENS unit. So you have to be very careful with a TENS unit because of that, because you can really exhaust your muscles and cause pain, a rebound pain from it. But this is not doing any of that. So I like this.
How's it looking on your pain, or is it too early to tell? It's over the
I'm comparing my left with my
No. I'm sorry. That's what I was just about to say. It's amazing that you're saying it's a different already, because you've only had it on for 1 minute or something.
Yes. Comparing my abs, waking me up. And even comparing how my two legs feel now, this one feels happier, for a lack of a better term. Just happier. So, yeah, I'll take it home with me. I'm trying to figure that out. I think it must have, yeah,
Then you just click that unlock button.
okay.
Perfect. Now you can do
8.
8. So it goes up. It's on 8. That's even pretty low. Correct. You don't want to be the comfortable. gradually, move it up to get the endorphins being released. But awesome. Yes, how can I help you? Did you have a question? Okay, great.
John, how are you feeling? How are you? Much better. Yeah. Wow. What a relief.
Just another very practical question. So this is the first time that I've heard about this. How long has NexWave been on the market? And is it distributed? I'm sure it's nationwide. So could you just tell us about the history?
Yes, definitely. So I think I've been at the Zynex Medical for 11 months now. It hasn't been that long, but right now, people are loving this device. I mean, yes. So Zynex opened, I think, 1996. And I think they've really been constantly developing that NexWave. Like that was not the first product they put to the market. So this is every few weeks they're giving out updates about the NexWave or different things about different devices. So it is definitely a fast growing company. So I'm trying to think, okay, for example, the number one representative in West Virginia, our whole goal is fighting the opioid crisis, getting people off pain medicine and getting them in a non-invasive, non-addictive way of pain management. And she's helped over, 700 patients, a crazy amount of patients. And essentially, it really is, she's getting people off opioids when you're doing that high number of patients. So that's another thing about the background of the company is that's what we're fighting is the opioid crisis, getting people off pain medicine or even lowering the pain medicine to where you don't have to take as much because you have this device. And I really do apologize if I didn't answer that question as well as you wanted me to. Is there anything else I can elaborate with that? Any specific? It's definitely, yes, it's pretty new. It has to be about 6 or 7 years. I'm not 100% sure. That would be my best guess, but yes, it's definitely new. Yes, my competition is, to be completely honest, it's not, I'm not, putting anybody down, but it's not much of a competition. It's a company called EMSI, and it is a TENS unit that they don't have. It's not prescription strength. So it's just any TENS unit you can go buy at Amazon. There's nothing like this on the market. You cannot go on Amazon and find a prescription strength TENS unit. There's nothing. This device is really something special. And it really does help. I mean, I talk to people all the time that I literally could not come into work without putting this device on because I was in so much pain. Awesome. Yes. Definitely. So actually, so if you have, let's say you have muscle soreness, let's say you're in pain and you have muscle soreness, right? And you want to get out of that pain. So you put on the NexWave device. It's going to get you out of that pain, but it may have you feeling, because you're so not used to the NexWave, you may be even a little sore after you use the device for the first or second time. Where's your soreness at? So, and is it just, is it like light and fuzzy on your shoulder or no? Can you describe it a little bit? I'm just trying to think of. Did you sleep on your shoulder? I think it will definitely help. I think maybe the first time you use it.
Stagnation. You think that stuff happens. Still, it's red light. If circulation bad toxins out of there, it will help.
That was perfect. No. And she described it perfectly. That was amazing. Yes, exactly. She's right. Yes, exactly. Yes, except this is a massage you carry around with you everywhere, and you can go to it at any moment.
Omar.
And and that's the whole job I have, is fighting for you guys to get, because each prescription is just giving the patient the option to go get this device. Nothing happens until you get on the phone with Zynex Medical and say, hey, I want this device, send it over to my house. And they're going to say, okay. So providers writing prescriptions for patients is giving them an option for a non-addictive, non-invasive pain management way of managing your pain. So that's my whole thing, is fighting for patients to be able to do this. So yeah, I agree with you. I don't know why doctors.
They don't.
Exactly. I've talked to a lot of doctors are like, all right, so should I throw on a Zynex shirt and start going to places like you? Like, how am I going to make money off of this? A lot of providers have told me that as well. So you're totally right with that comment you said.
How long can you use the electrodes? How many times can you use them, and how much are they extra over the cost of the unit?
Yes. So thank you that's a great question you asked. So I'm local in the Wilmington area. You call me, you need electrodes, I'll drive to your house and give you a stack of electrodes to use. You're going to get about 20 to 25 uses out of these electrodes. If you sweat a lot, like I sweat a good amount, so the adhesive becomes pretty unsticky, I get about 20 uses. So one pad. So this is the one pad, you'll get about 20 treatments with this. And then you need new ones. But you call me, yeah, it's maximum. So with the prescription, on the prescription right there, when you bring this to your doctor and you say, hey, I want a NexWave device, you see where it says monthly supplies? You want to tell him to cross that out and call me. Call me and say, Omar, I need electrodes. I will come directly to you and just give you electrodes. Or if I know you're going to get this device and you call me and say, Omar, I want the device, and you're going to go to your doctor, I can go to your doctor's office as well and give him electrodes. So if you don't want to get them from me, you could just go to your provider or physical therapist. He could have them, a stack of them for you, and he could just give them to you. But yes, I would say it's the amount is going to be $35 a month if nothing gets covered with monthly supplies. But I tell all that's why I didn't even mention it, because I was about to mention at the end, mark off monthly supplies, get them from me, just because it's just easier that way. Patients, unless you want monthly supplies of electrodes and batteries, then leave it. But if you don't, call me. I'll bring it to you. I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted to say is, do you guys have any hesitations or concerns or questions about the NexWave, about Zynex, about the device in general?
Did you say that the electrodes are free?
So if you give me a call from my card and say, Omar, I need some electrodes, I'll just come bring you some. Yes. But if you on that prescription that I handed out to everybody, it says right here, Zynex plus monthly supplies. If you literally just mark that off with a pen when you give it to your doctor to fax this in, because I'm going to get the fax. So you won't receive monthly supplies. It's $35 a month. You don't have to receive them. It goes through insurance too. Same thing as the NexWave. So everything goes through insurance. But if you don't want to do that, just call me and I can bring them to you for free. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I'll bring 60 to your doctor and say, hey, give this to whoever this is or whatever the patient is. So yeah, of course. Yes.
Really?
those electrodes things and down on Amazon and they Ben's unit replacement pads. Okay, so I mean, did Omar go on vacation? That was the bit. You can get on Amazon and for $10 and $20 for a big pack.
Exactly.
That weird. I'm a delivery here for the next.
Because that, yes, and any electrodes work and you can go buy batteries. It's a normal 9-volt you can get from CVS. It's a normal battery, but yes,
This, or does it have to be a medical doctor?
a chiropractor can definitely so they just have to have so yes, they can prescribe it, but they may not be able to. It really depending. They have to be registered in this certain thing called PICOs, and they have to have like an MPI number, and which I can check on if the chiropractor does or not. But I'm pretty sure they can. Yes, all physical therapists can prescribe this. Amazing. Great. Yes. And you guys call me if you have any questions. If you do end up wanting to try it out or have more questions about it, call me. I'm more than willing to help. So, yes. Yes. So with the tremors, so the NMES modality with the tremors specifically is going to be contracting your muscles like this. So it's really focusing on the control. It's really rebuilding and retraining the muscle to where it's helping with your tremors. Yes, it definitely will help. So yes, when you put the electrodes with the NMES modality, and again, you call me, you need help with this at home or with your physical therapist or whatever it is, I will come to you and help. But with the electrodes, with the NMES, you want to put it right on the pain. You're only using 2. So there's 4. Remember, for IFC, we're crossing. For TENS, comfort goes directly on the pain, not in the middle. For an NMES modality, you're only using 2 of these electrodes. So yes, so it's going to go right on the place of the tremors. And I just wanted to let you know, for it's IFC, I was going to bring the device to you. IFC, pain, TENS, comfort, NMES modality is going to be for those tremors, rebuilding and retraining the muscle. You want to put it directly on the spot where you're having tremors. So if you feel it right here in your hand, you want to put it directly there. This is something that you're going to have to work with. When you're putting these electrodes on, if it's too much, if it's too intense, you need to pause the device and spread out the electrodes. It's really something you need to find your spot. You need to find that spot that really works with you. So it's a thing you have to work with. Okay. Great. Any more questions?
Can you provide your contact information for the people over there?
Yes. And would you want me to type it in the chat over there? Would be easier instead of me saying it? Yes, I could type that in the chat. Or okay.
All right, Omar, thank you so very much. Appreciate your time here.
Amy,
Our trial participants,
Amy,
Amy would love to get a picture, a group photo of all of us together if we can, just briefly before a quick break and are split off into separate groups. If you're willing to, it's just only for the private Facebook page. Kind of scooch into the middle so that Amy can get a picture of that. Then we'll take a 5-minute break. And after that, we will split up with patients over here on this side of the room and caregivers on the far side of the room so we can discuss and you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Thank you very much.